Welcome to Rugby Nats TV. This week we're at National 2 Southside, Henley RFC, or most commonly known as Henley Hawks. Here's some key facts on the club. On the pitch, it's been a real tough year for the club. They were relegated from National 1 last season and have yet to find their feet back in National 2. After round 9, the Hawks currently sit in at 12th place with only 16 points and 3 wins to their name. In my experience, when a team comes down from the league above, there's always a level of expectation and an element of pressure for them to gain promotion and bounce straight back up. But it's not always the case, and sometimes it's good for a club to drop a level, re-establish their foundations and then go again. And this is where I personally think Henley are at. However, there are several question marks around what level Henley should be playing. Over the past 4 seasons, it's either been promotion or relegation, and this is something that the club need to identify and address immediately. Moving away from the rugby, the club seems to be thriving. They've just invested £800,000 into their facilities, which just shows that they're still full of ambition and still want to be the premier side in Oxfordshire. Let's head into the club, catch up with some of the players, find out how they're preparing for this weekend's big game against Clifton, and most importantly, take a look behind the scenes. Take on Clifton this weekend. How have you prepared for them, and what's the mood been like at training?
I think we had some really honest conversations on Tuesday, because I think as a group of players we reflected on Saturday that just wasn't good enough and not something that we could be proud of. So had some honest, frank conversations, a good training session on Tuesday night, quite a lot of contact, so I think it was needed, and hopefully that will set us up to have a great session tonight. And then go into the weekend flying.
We'll be here watching. Best of luck.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, David. Cheers, mate. Andy, tell me, where did it all begin for you with Henley?
Well, basically I went out for a loaf of bread one Sunday morning with my son. In 2001, he joined the mini rugby club, and I started as a dad helper coaching, and I've been here ever since. I sort of coached through the junior levels until he was about 17 years old, and then was offered the role with the development team, with the Bulls. And I've been in that role since 2009, I think, so it's been a long while, but it's an enjoyable time.
How many hours do you put in per week, and why do you do it?
Well, it varies from week to week. Mostly, obviously, Tuesday and Thursday nights are our main evenings. I do about 4 hours on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and pretty much all day on a Saturday from about 9 o'clock. And I do it to avoid shopping most of the time, to be honest with you. But I've always been a rugby fan, a student of the game, and this is as close as I can get to playing at my age. So I still love it and like to be around the environment. So.
Any strange superstitions?
None.
Not for me, no, just eating plenty of donuts for breakfast.
I got rid of most of mine, but I have the same breakfast every Saturday.
I'm struggling here. Move on.
Toughest ground to play in the league?
Probably Red Roof, because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Red Roof, definitely.
Red Roof.
Toughest ground at the moment, Cinderford's quite a tough place to go.
Worst dressed?
Luke Allen, everyone knows it's Luke Allen.
Paulie, he wears rank clothes. Tom Hall.
Tom Hall, creature.
Who would be the worst person to share a room with?
Barney, stinks. Probably Barney, because he stinks and he sweats.
Barney or Pongo.
Ooh, Dave Clements, you must snore that nose.
Hardest hitter?
Hardest hitter, James Combard, big hitter.
Tom Hall can put in a shot. Probably Emery.
At the moment, nobody. I don't know if you've seen the points against.
Today we have a real arm wrestle of a game on our hands, and there are just so many elements which make this such a mouth-watering and unpredictable fixture. Henley did the double over Clifton 2 seasons ago when they were flying all the way to National 1. Since then, the Hawks have been relegated back to National 2 and have yet to find their rhythm. Clifton, well, they currently sit in 7th place and are only 5 points ahead of the home side. But they've really struggled on the road this season and have only managed to pick up one away win so far. But the biggest element of them all is that Henley's beloved and ex-talisman Danny Wells, he returns today to Dry Leas as Clifton's inside centre, and I've been told he could be a massive influence on today's game. It's all to play for here today. Roll on 3 o'clock. How expensive is level 4 rugby, and how does a club of this size survive?
With huge difficulty. And lots of other clubs are the same. Henley Rugby Club is based around Henley. So any money we generate has to come from this Henley area, which is quite small. The population of Henley is 12,000. So it's a small place. If we compare to other places in one particularly, places like Richmond, Coventry, right? So we have to get our money out of the small area, which means we have to be smart and quick and clever. So we do it in a couple of ways, really. One is we try and eke out in every format we can, and all rugby clubs do it, every little penny, because even raffles are important, and all that stuff is really important. So we do all those activities. The other thing is we've got a group of about 10 sponsors, local companies who very generously put money into it, and that way we keep it going.
Nigel, over the past 4 seasons, it's either been promotion or relegation. What level do you think the Hawks belong at?
I seriously believe that we can be competitive in National 1. But if you look at it, and you quite rightly say that it's been up and down and so on, but if you look at it, it's all about the funding and what levels of funding that you can get. To produce a sustainable rugby club at National 1 is a real challenge. Without sort of serious money men and so on, which we haven't got. But I believe that with the structure that we've got here, the facilities that we've got here, the expertise that we've got here, that we can be a National 1 club. Obviously we've got some hard work to do this season first before we start setting our thoughts elsewhere.
Pete, in your opinion, where have the biggest challenges been so far this season?
Obviously, like Nigel said, it's a young group, so getting consistency has been difficult. But to be honest with you, the hardest thing is getting the players to believe how good they can be, and having belief, and because they're a really special bunch, and when it clicks, they're really special. But sometimes I don't think they believe how good they can be, and it's trying to instill that in them, and confidence, and if they get a couple of good results, confidence will grow, and we'll go from strength to strength, hopefully.
Minutes of hard graft. What are you going to add? What are you going to put back into the shirt that's been missing this season? What are you going to put back into it? 1, 2, 3, freeze!
Henley's all about community rugby. We have minis and juniors. We have a great Hawks side, and from my perspective, I absolutely love coming here on a Saturday just to shout on for my team and to support the guys.
What does this club mean to you?
Everything. It's my heart.
Dan, we spoke about you in the build-up to the game and how you could be an influence. I think you were just that. How was it coming back to Henley?
It was nice. Obviously, I've been here. I was here for 7 seasons, 8 years, from about sort of 20 years old all the way through to 28. Played here, so obviously I know the majority of the boys and the structures and patterns. You know, it's always nice to come back to Dry Leas.
Did you get some stick from some of the players?
I didn't, to be honest. I didn't. You know, all the boys are quite nice. I'm due a little one today, so they're obviously congratulating me. So it's a complete opposite.
Congratulations. 4 wins from 4. Yeah. 4 wins on the bounce, sorry. Can you take this and make it 5 wins against Redruth this weekend?
Yeah, I think obviously we're quite, you know, we play completely different at home. I think all teams do in this league. Redruth, obviously, I think they're 3rd or 4th. They're always a difficult game. They've got a big old pack, but yeah, I think we can bounce on and get 5 from 5 hopefully.
Connor, well played today. I know you took a knock to the head at the end. Just quickly, let's talk about yourself. Obviously on loan from Scottish. Are you enjoying your time here?
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's good to get out and as a young player and just keep improving. Like, it's good to get game time and just it's a quality place to be here. Like, they're really respectful. Like, if I've had a hard day on a Tuesday, they'll cut my load here, and it's just really what I need as a young player, just to keep improving.
It's been a tough few weeks. 4 losses.
Yeah.
How do you bounce back and take that to Bishop Stortford?
I mean, we're just getting back into the right place. Like today, we're a completely different team to what we were last week, where we weren't good last week. But this week, we gave everything and we lost to the better team. Like, it's not just one of those days where maybe one more bounce, one of this, one of that, and we're there. But it's getting back and just working hard on Tuesdays and Thursdays and being in the right momentum, really.
Brilliant. Gents, thank you very much. Well played.
Thank you very much.
Well played.
Cheers,
Congratulations on the little one. That's it for this week. A massive thank you to everyone at Henley Hawks for allowing us to showcase their rugby club. Their Rugby Nats Crossbar Challenge will be out on Wednesday at 11 a.m, so please do keep a lookout for that. Next week we'll be showcasing our very first women's game, and we'll be doing it from home park. We'll be watching the Windsor Dames take on Rosslyn Park Slingbacks. Until then.